Hi, everybody. What is going on? I'm actually in my new office right now. I had this program set up for the past 3 nights, Monday, Tuesday, and tonight, for a Zoom call starting at 8 o'clock. And last night I wasn't able to do it because we went to the beach. We came home and I had no service, no internet, no cable, nothing when I came home. So um, I the only time I had service is if I left my house or across the street. It was just crazy. But Comcast actually just left, and it was something with the external wires of my house, which he fixed pretty quickly. So it's funny how it like turns my entire world upside down, but it was literally like he was here probably 40 minutes and went into his van a few times, came out, and it was like, he's like, all right, you're all set. Like, okay, show me how to do that for myself next time because I cannot survive without internet, without cable and service. I mean, it's crazy, right? But it's true. So I wanted to come and just kind of catch up in lieu of not being able to get on the Zoom last night. And on Monday, Dee Dee showed up, Lydia, Karen, and then Allison had gotten on. But I just wanted to come and like share with you guys because we're winding down with the summer season, and it's kind of crazy, right? Like summer's winding down, but it's true because in Sensiland, we're really getting prepared for fall in August, like August 1st. Okay. So with that, we've got to be prepared. The things that we do now are not only for right now, but they're also for next month and the month after. Me personally, because I had been moving, because my business had pretty much been packed up into boxes for the past 2 months or so, I really felt like I was working remotely. And the good thing about this business is that's what you can do. You can work from anywhere with whatever you have and just go. But where I am in my business and the goals that I have, I really need to kind of be set up, organized, and intentional. So the past 2 months, I haven't had any home parties, which you guys know that is my bread and butter. And I did one home party Friday, and I just felt like back in my element. Like I felt good about my business. And I was like, yes, this is where I need to be. So, being prepared now isn't just about being prepared for July. It all goes, like a snowball effect. Okay. So because I hadn't had home parties in the past 2 months, I book my other home parties through those home parties. Okay. And if I'm not having them, that means I'm not front loading like I usually do. And if you're not front loading, I do 3 months at a time. If you're not front loading, that means you're not being intentional. You're not being prepared. So when the month of comes, like when August comes, if you have nothing on your calendar, then you're scrambling last minute. You're wondering where you're going to get your sales from, who you're sharing the joint opportunity with. Like it all is a spiral effect, and even good or bad, it's a snowball effect, right? So what you do now matters for now, and it matters for later on. Okay. So if you want to have a great kick-ass fall winter, you've got to start getting prepared right now. Okay. And we're going to find out when we go to Austin in about 2 weeks from today, actually, where the new big incentive trip is going to be. And it usually starts August 1st. I don't know if it will again, but that's what usually happens. And that's where we find out when we're at Sensi Family Reunion where the incentive trip will be. And you guys know, if you've been with me through a fall winter season already, you know that the fall and the winter is crazy. Like August, September, October, November, December are 5 months of pure opportunity, and just you can double your business in the fall. Okay. If you're being intentional, if you're putting in the effort and you're being prepared. Okay. Those 3 things. And staying consistent. Consistency is the key of this business. Consistency. Okay. You don't need experience. You don't need to have all the answers or know all the products. It's consistency. It's getting back to basics, staying consistent. Commit to your business, create a goal, work toward it, and stay consistent. All right. So, the next few months are going to be really busy. Think of what your overall goal is for that time, and then break it down into monthly goals. What does that look like for you? Goals are so important, you guys, because you don't have a boss in this business. This business is self-motivating. You have to be a self-motivator. Now, I can work my business when my kids go to bed. Usually first thing in the morning, I get up. I get up very early, so I'll have my coffee. I'll sit on the couch with my cell phone in hand, and I'll go on to Maven and do follow-ups for 10 minutes. And that's one of my main income producing activities. So that alone, I can survive off of follow-ups every month. But this gets into my next point. You don't want to just survive off of follow-ups. Why? Because you're not going to grow any further if you're just depending on follow-ups alone, okay? Follow-ups alone are creating consistency and continuity with your already existing customers, right? And they are the lifeline of your business. Your customer, you wouldn't be here without your customers. So you need to treat them like royalty. They can go anywhere and they can get Scentsy from anybody, but you want them to choose you. And your customers should become like family to you, but only if you're creating that continuity, only if you're following up with them. And following up should not make you feel salesy. It should not make you feel like you're bothering anybody. That's why you should actually have a system, okay? Follow-up shouldn't just be random and sporadic and unintentional. Follow-up should be intentional and systematic, okay? You should have a system on when you're following up, why you're following up, what you're saying. It should be very, very intentional, which I'm going to go over with you, okay? So this whole video is just about getting back to basics. I want you to have a good fall. I want you to really think about what you're doing. And if you've fallen off the wagon, if you felt unmotivated, if you are just not feeling your business, and to be honest with you guys, I was in a slump for the past 2 months when my business was packed up in boxes. I felt that pullback. I felt it. I felt unmotivated. Now, I try to stay as positive as I can for you guys because I want you to know that you can overcome any obstacle. You're not always going to be motivated, but you need to be able to take it into your own hands and motivate yourself. Again, this is a self-motivating business. I'm not your boss. Your superstar director is not your boss. Your sponsor is not your boss. You are your own boss. We're all adults. And once you join and click join onto this business, you're considered a franchise business owner, and you are responsible for your success and your failure, okay? But I'm here to help you and guide you and show you what works, what doesn't, and I will pour into you all day, every day, as long as you show up to your business first, okay? So getting back to basics, right? It starts with a goal. It starts with why you're doing this. You have to think about why. Your why is going to change. My why has totally changed. I wanted to stay home 3 years ago with my children. That's why I joined Scentsy. I never wanted to go back to a 9-to-5. I couldn't fathom leaving my children. I really couldn't. I can't imagine working just to pay for somebody else to watch my children. It was mind-boggling to me. I'm not going to work. I was paid salary for 10 years with the same career, making way less than what I'm making now. And it didn't make sense for me just to go to work 40, 50 hours a week, not making any more when I have to stay longer, and just barely having anything extra or left over after I would pay for my twins. I was paying for 2 children at one time to get into childcare. That didn't make sense to me. So that was my why then, to be able to stay home with my children. And honestly, I joined to have something for myself because I was kind of like in a daze after being home with my kids for 2 years and just being like no adult interaction. It was something for myself. I needed it. Now my why is completely different. I've stayed home with my children. My children are about to go into 1st grade, which I'm going to be able to work my business for a full day while they're in school. So now I'm looking to really grow my business. I'm looking to kick it up right now. So right now, before the kids go back to school at the end of August, I am getting prepared and intentional now. And even me, because I felt like I was in a slump the past 2 months with not being able to do home parties. And summer is really kind of hard for people to do home parties. If that's how you want to work your business, through home parties, because people aren't home. They're on vacations. They have activities. They're out of their house. So people aren't as willing as they usually are in the fall, winter to have home parties. So I kind of had to readjust my sales and do my sales, not SALES, but SAILS. So I had to readjust my sales and do online parties, which you guys know I've never been a fan of. But I've been working at them, and I do feel like I'm getting better at them. Tote parties I've always done, but I had to push out more tote parties, and I had to do more online parties to kind of make up for the fact that I didn't have as many home parties booked. And that's fine, because this is my business. And if I want my business to succeed, then I've got to do what it takes. So you have to figure out why you're doing this. And your why should get you up and motivate you guys. If it doesn't motivate you, then your why isn't big enough. If you're doing this just because you like smelly things, well, guess what? You're probably just going to be a hobbyist. And if you are a hobbyist, and if that's what you're coming here for, that is totally okay. We're here to support you no matter what you do. And the best thing about Scentsy is you can join for any reason. You can stay for any reason. You can have whatever you want out of this. You can do this just to get active every 4 months. It's totally up to you. And no matter who you are, I want you to know that you are still valuable to this business, this company, this team. But I, for the most part, am speaking to the people that want a business. They want an income. They want to grow and succeed and build a business with residual income and make a full-time income. Those are the people that I'm usually speaking to in general, okay? So with that, you need to know why you're doing this. Then you need to make a goal. What is your goal? Why are you doing this? And break it down. Now, my big overall goal, right? My first big goal with Scentsy is to make $10,000 a month. I'm financially motivated. I'm not afraid to say that. Money makes the world go around, and that's what motivates Colleen. You can be motivated by whatever you want. So my first big goal with Scentsy is $10,000 a month. Okay. Now I know for the first time in my life that I'll get there, which is mind blowing, right? It's literally mind blowing, but this is the real opportunity that you have at hand. You can have whatever you want from this, big or small. So I need to break that goal down. It can't just be, oh, I want $10,000 a month. Well, how? Because that's just a wish. That's just hoping. And hoping and wishing and having good intentions, it's not work. It's not results. Okay. So break it down. So, I always aim for $2,000 in sales every month. And I want to sponsor 2 new people every month. And I really want to, grow my YouTube channel, right? And share all the trainings that I do to maybe help other people and reach a more broad audience. And I want to just be able to share this opportunity, because I know that it can change so many people's lives, or just add joy to their life, because sometimes this doesn't even feel like a job for me, because I actually enjoy it, which you should, right? You should enjoy your job or your career. And it's crazy because I've never enjoyed my job. Like thoroughly, like really enjoyed it. Now I enjoy it. It feels good. I like doing it. I look forward to it. So you've got to break it down into goals, small goals, your big overall goal, and then break it down to small goals, okay? Because that's going to help you. And when you make goals, it holds you accountable, because again, you're your own boss. So you have to know in your own mind the things that motivate you. For me, if I'm unmotivated, I know I love going to YouTube. Scentsy has their own YouTube channel. If any of you that are new to this company, this team that don't know, Scentsy has their own YouTube channel. And that's how I trained myself, okay? And I've always used that as a huge resource for me. I actually like it better than the training center. I'm like, don't tell anybody. But I like the YouTube channel better than the training center. It's real live women and men, just like you and I, sharing their best tips, practices. You get so many great ideas, and it really fuels me. So when I'm unmotivated, I know that I go and watch videos. There's a few people that are really successful in direct sales and multi-level marketing in general that I follow. Bob Heilig, Rachel Hollis is a incredible life coach, motivator, people like that. And I also, you guys, in 3 years, I've become a different person. And I surround myself with people that are positive, that are energetic, the people that are successful. I watch what other successful people do. And I don't mimic them, but I create it in my own way, right? So surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people that are making moves and people that motivate you just by being around them. People that dream big because you never thought it would be possible, but just wait, because you can dream big. And I know that sounds crazy and cheesy and corny, but you can dream big with this business. So knowing why you joined, having a goal and breaking it down to keep you motivated and to hold you accountable, so you know what you're working toward every month and you know where you stand, if you're hitting that goal, if you're close to that goal, or if you're not. Catherine's in here on the floor. I don't know why. Catherine, come say hi. Say hi to Beantown.
Hi.
Get your hand out of your mouth. Say hi, Beantown.
Hi.
So, okay, so we're talking about why, goals, and then think about this, okay? I just talked to you at the beginning of the video really briefly about follow-up and how, yes, you can, you need follow-up, first of all. Follow-up you have to do. It's like a non-negotiable kind of thing. IPA. For those of you that don't know what IPAs are, it's income producing activities, okay? And it's an acronym, income producing activities. So, sorry, I'm like, my nose is so itchy. So income producing activities. And those are the things that you should focus on in your business. You can get caught up in a lot of fluff, a lot of time consuming things that make you feel like you're working, but you're actually not. You want things that create and drive results, okay? And the things that create and drive results are what I'm gonna go over. And it's just getting back to basics, okay? So instead of reinventing the wheel, instead of getting confused, perfect these few things and just keep moving. And the more you do it, the less uncomfortable they become, the more natural they become. You learn your own way of doing things. You can start out by doing things my way or researching another way to do it, and then you'll find your own way. But just kind of having a point to jump off of is really important, okay? So with this business, we are a party planning business. So it would be impossible to grow a business through follow-up alone, okay? So with party planning business, we pretty much, and you can get creative because you are in control of your business. You are the CEO. So you have a lot of creative control in your business, but you have to think of how or what avenue of parties you're going to take your business. We have home parties, which I personally love and enjoy. It's 2-3 hours. You meet brand new people. Sense is an experience. So face-to-face, see, touch, smell. I'm in my element when I'm in front of people and I can talk to them. And I really like talking to people and, kind of vibing with them. I book more parties from those parties and people get to know me and see me face to face. Then there's online parties that you can do. And then there's tote parties, tote, pouch, basket, bag, whatever you want to call it. And that is that you give a tote, bag, pouch, party, whatever you want to your customer for like a week or so. They collect orders on their time. They bring it back to you or you pick it up from them and then they're the host. Now, we have host rewards. That is the incentive for people to want to party with us. We are offering them free and half price products of their choice based on their amount of sales, okay? So you've got to think that in order to have an actual business, if you want to grow a business, okay, with income, then you've got to think what works best for your schedule, your family, your time, your personality, and also you've got to push yourself outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Yes, absolutely. None of this came naturally to me. I had no experience or any clue what I was doing, but I just committed to learning about it, and I knew that the more I did it, the more I would become better at it. So same thing for you guys. It's going to take the first step in being uncomfortable, but the more you sit and lean into your uncomfortability, the better you're going to become. Okay, so pick what kind of party you would like to run your business through. And honestly, like I was saying, I try to run my business through all three avenues because I want to be well versed. I want to be well rounded, so I can help you guys with whatever you decide to do. And when I can't get home parties booked, I want to be able to book online parties and tote parties. So I mainly do home parties, but I also try to do online and tote parties as well. Okay, so start there. How are you going to run your business? What kind of party? Okay, then you're going to go down and create your Frankie list if you have not already. When you first join, it's one of the first steps in your launch phase that I ask you to do is create a Frankie list. Frankie is an acronym. It stands for Friends, Relatives, Acquaintances, Neighbors, Kids Association, Internet Friends, and Extraordinary People, meaning people that you think would have a want or need to join Scentsy. Okay, so you're going to create that list. Now, it's important to create the list because a lot of people get caught up in the fact that their friends and their family don't want to buy Scentsy from them. Their friends and their family don't want to have parties, or they're not supporting their business. And I'll tell you, a lot of us walk through that when we first join and realize our friends and family aren't supporting this. I had to go through it. 3 people came to my launch party, and it was my sister, my best friend, and my best friend's mom. And that's all. And it was definitely a bummer. I cried about it for sure. I gave myself a day and I was like, get up, girl. You got to dust yourself off and figure out what is going to work. And that's what I did. I was like, what do I have to do next? I went and looked at videos about the next steps and I did it. And that's really it. I didn't want to. It was really uncomfortable, but I knew that if I wanted to see the results that I joined for, I had to get up and do it. So creating that Frankie list is going to help you think about all the people you know, because you're not just reaching out to your hot circle. Your hot is your sister, your best friend, your mother, the people that are the closest to you. If you're starting your business in your launch phase, you should be starting with your inner circle, and then you're going to move your way out to your warm, cold circle. Okay? This is a relationship building business, you guys. I hate saying it's even sales because it's not. It's relationship building. So you start with your hot circle and then you work your way out. Okay? So if you're depending on just your family and friends, your close family and friends to build your business, that's not going to happen. Even if they do support you, they're not going to be able to buy enough Scentsy from you every single month to be able to create an income for you. You're going to start with them. You're going to continue with them, right? And treat them like royalty and really appreciate the customers that you do have. And you're going to incorporate them into your follow-up, but you're really just starting with them, okay? So you're going to create that Frankie list, and it's just going to help you think about all the people that you know. You're not thinking about just your hot circle. Think about everybody on that acronym list of who you're touching base with. Friends, all right, relatives, cool. Acquaintances. I have a lot of people in the acquaintances and internet friends category, and you're going to write them all down, because you're going to be reaching out to them. Yes, you're going to be reaching out to them, okay? Not on your launch phase, but on your follow-up and front-loading phase, which is phase 2 for me if I'm training you, okay? So you want to create that list. From that list, based on the party avenue that you've chosen to run your business through, you then have to front-load and ask people to book parties with you. The only way people are going to book parties with you is if you ask. Yes, I know it feels very uncomfortable. Yes, I know you've probably never done anything like this in your life. I know it feels weird. But you are offering them free and half-price products with host rewards. That's why it's there. That's why we are a party planning business, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a disclaimer and tell you that what you say does matter. So you cannot word vomit. It can't be this huge, long paragraph. I can help you with verbiage and wording, absolutely. If you need help with that, please reach out to me, okay? I also always offer an incentive to book parties. So I have my host rewards, free and half-price products of their choice if they're the host, based on the amount of sales that they get. They only start accruing host rewards once they reach $200 in sales. The more sales they get, the higher their rewards are, okay? But I always say, to make it worth your while, my incentive for the month of August is a free mini warmer of your choice. Now, once you hit your qualifying amount in sales, or the host does with their party, $200 or more, You also get a perpetual party reward that Scentsy gives you. And it's there. Scentsy actually has it there to help you book parties. It's a 50% off item. You cannot use it on licensed products. You cannot use, hi. Okay, come say hi. It's B-Town. Oh, he doesn't want to. That's Declan. So it's there to help you book parties. It's a 50% off item. And what I do is when I'm talking about host rewards, I also throw in the incentive for the month of, and the incentive can be anything you want based on your financial situation. When I first started, I was just offering an extra room spray, which again, you're only paying 50%. Okay, so it was like $4. And that little extra something goes a long way. It really helps people want to book a party with you. People love getting free stuff, okay? So you're gonna go down that Frankie list and you're gonna reach out to people. You're gonna just send off messages. They say 1 out of every 10 people will book a party with you. 1 out of every 10. So that means I try to book anywhere from 3 to 5, depending on the month, depending on what's going on, the season, all that. I try to book 3 to 5 home parties a month. So that means if I were just starting out, I would need to send off at least 50, 60 messages. Yeah. And I'm not just asking one person. I'm not just waiting for one person to respond to me if they want to book a party. Because if you put all your eggs in one basket, you guys, you're waiting, you're not seeing results in the meantime, you're not doing much in the meantime. You're not growing, you're not getting results, you're not getting sales. So it's important to message a lot of people. The people, again, your friends, your family, acquaintances, neighbors, kids association, internet friends, extraordinary people. That Frankie list is there to help you think of all the different people you know. You may think you don't know that many people, but once you start thinking and that acronym is in place, you realize you do know a lot of people. You're just thinking of, I don't know that many people immediately, my close family and friends. But we're not talking about close family and friends. You know people, right? So that's where you're going to start. You're going to message a lot of people. And people may say no. People may not respond. But who cares? This is your life, your business. You pay your bills. You take care of your children. Nobody else. Don't let people's opinions bother you. If they say no, it means no, not right now. Trust me. I've had people ignore me and say no and then approach me about booking a party, approach me about joining. Okay? So it has nothing to do with you. But once you ask them, even if they say no or ignore you, they're thinking about it. Then you've got them thinking. You've planted the seed. Now they're thinking. Now they're going to watch you a little bit closer. Okay? So stay consistent. Work your business. Talk about it. Share it on social media. Whatever you have to do, right? The more you stay consistent, the more other people are going to see that and want to be a part of it. So it's about asking people, and it's about asking a lot. Not 6 people, not 20 people. A lot of people, okay? And in order to see results, you've got to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit, and you've got to do things you normally wouldn't do to get results you don't usually get. But I'll tell you, the biggest results come from getting uncomfortable and come from moving when you don't feel like it and doing things that you've never done and being nauseous and like, oh, I don't want to do this. And doing it anyway. Because the more you do it, the better you become, the more natural it feels, and it doesn't feel scary anymore. But you've got to take the first step and do it. Okay? Again, if you need help with verbiage, I am here to help you. Next, you're going to front load. I do 3 months at a time. So I always reach out to people. Where I am in my business, I book parties through my home parties. I don't really have to message people like that anymore. I did it first though. I always refer to it as paying your dues. When you're first starting out, you have to message that many people. There's not really any way around it, you guys. But there's a way to do it and not be salesy and scammy and sound ridiculous. I'm here to help you with that, okay? So I book my parties through my other home parties. When I'm at a party, I try to book 2 to 3 more parties right then and there with those people in front of me. And the reason why you want to do parties is because you're meeting new people. Right? So if Sally has a party for you and the next income producing activity that goes along with it is host coaching. Somebody books a party with you, they agree to have one, then what? You've got to host coach them because they're not consultants and they don't know what to do. So I tell them you need 7 to 10 confirmed guests, adult guests, not like your niece and your niece's friend. they don't count. I'm talking 7 to 10 confirmed adult guests, okay? And I tell them, send a message out, text or call. Do not set up a Facebook invite. Do not do that, okay? Where social media is now, we cannot rely on Facebook invites. It's taking out the personal aspect. And this is a relationship building business. Regardless if it's direct sales or multi-level marketing, it's a relationship building business. So the personal reach out is always going to be favored, is always going to be your number one avenue. Personal outreach, okay? So you want to host coach, and there's so many documents, trainings, and whatnot on host coaching, but let your host know how this is going to work. You know, I don't tell them about the qualifying amount until they've booked the party and until the first time I start host coaching them. I set up a time and a date to either meet with them or talk with them on the phone, and I let them know 7 to 10 confirmed guests. What time is the party starting? Okay, do you have an area for me to set up, or do you need me to bring a table? I need to be near an outlet. You know, what is like can you tell me something about your guests so I know like the audience that I'm speaking with? You know, I'm going to be doing a booking game. So I'll give you 3 sets of beads, and there'll be bags. If your family or friends book a party, they get to pick a bag. There's a coupon inside the bag that they get to cash in on at their party. And if we get all 3 parties booked, me and the host, if we get all 3 parties booked, then you're going to get another gift on top of your host rewards, on top of the incentive. And at my home parties, I always bring a little host gift, whether it's just something from the dollar section in Target and like a room spray or whatever it is. You decide whatever you have on hand. Okay. So, host coaching. Okay. And I do it 3 months at a time, because again, if I'm sitting down, I look at when I'm front loading, you open up your calendar, your planner, whatever you have, and you mark off the days that you can work your business. You've got to put the time aside in your business to work. Your business will not work itself. It does not just happen on its own. You've got to put in the time, the effort, and the energy to work. That's it. So you decide based on the party avenue that you've chosen to work your business through. You mark off the days. You start off with your personal days. You know, what do you have going on? Your personal family prior obligations come first. If you have weddings, you're babysitting, you know, your children have activities, you write all that stuff down, and then you make time for your business. You have to make time for your business. Okay? So you designate those times, areas, spaces on your calendar. Then you start reaching out to people, and you ask and you ask and you ask until you have those holes filled in your calendar. I sit down and I do 3 months at a time. Okay? Then I start host coaching 1 month in advance, because they want their guests to have enough notice. Okay? So people are busy now. People have never been more busy. Everybody's busy, right? So you want to have your host be able to let her guests know and give them enough time in advance to come to the party. And so she needs to take the appropriate steps to have a successful party, because you guys are almost partners. You and your host are partners once they book the party. You've got to let her know how to have a successful party. You want to have a good experience. You want to get sales, PRV. You want to book more parties, and you want to meet new people. So you want your host to also get rewards and get that incentive and all of those things, but they only get that if they have a successful party. Okay? So from there, we talked about why you joined, having goals, breaking them down, front loading, booking parties, your Frankie list. Now follow up. For any of the people that do order from you, okay? I do use the Maven app. I think it is genius. I think it's absolutely wonderful. It does everything for you. I pull it up on my phone. It's an app every morning. It tells me who I have. I have customized my notifications, so I know when I have to follow up with somebody. You know, once somebody places an order from me, I take my order form, it's highlighted, so I have all of their contact information. I ask them how they would like me to reach out to them. So they're expecting, I tell them, once your order's placed, I will let you know once it's shipped. I pull up my order history tab on my phone every morning when I'm having my coffee and doing follow-ups, and I see if any orders have gone from processed to shipped. Once it goes to shipped, okay, I reach out to those people the way that they asked me to reach out to them, and I let them know, hey, I just wanted to touch base, let you know that your order shipped. whether it's coming to me for free shipping or going to them. Every order is different. Every customer is different. But that is my first line of contact. And I'm letting them know that because this isn't Amazon. This isn't Amazon Prime. This isn't like a lot of places you order online from, because it's 7 to 10 business days from the day that you place the order that it can get out, that it can leave the warehouse. 7 to 10 business days, not the weekend, not holidays. So you don't want your customers coming to you looking for their order, because most of the time, if you don't say anything, they will be, because that's a long time. So you want to reach out to them, give them customer service, keep them in the loop. They just paid for something, and you want to leave a good taste in their mouth. You want to let them know that you care. You're not just worried about your sale or advancing your business. Let them know their order shipped, okay? Then about a week after they've had their order, I reach out to them, second line of contact, just asking if they're satisfied with their product. Do they have any questions? Have they opened it up? Have they used it? Are they satisfied? Okay? My second line of contact. I'm not asking for anything. Then about 3 weeks later, a month later, I reach out to them again, the way that they preferred to be contacted. And I say, hey, I've got an order going in for free shipping. My Maven app will pull it up because I've set my notifications based on my system. Okay. And I pull it up. I see what they ordered, and I touch base and say, hey, I'm sure that you're probably running low on wax right now, or if I have a great deal going on, flash sale, whatever it is, I've got an order going in for free shipping if they're local. I'm sure you're running low by now. If you need anything, please let me know. I'm happy to place that order for you. And you can throw in an incentive. Anybody that orders from me this month also gets an extra something in the mail from me, or anybody that orders from me this month gets a free scent circle on top of their order. Okay. So, and also when I'm bagging up my orders, they come to me and I bag them up. I put in a handwritten thank you note, and in that handwritten thank you note, I also put an incentive in there for them to book their own party and get their own host rewards for the month of. I'll usually do about a month or two out. So when I'm doing my follow-up with them about a month later, I'll say, hey, how's it going? How are you doing on your products? Do you need anything new? I've got an order going in for free shipping if they're local. And I'll say to them, did you have a chance to look at my incentive? Because if you book your own party, so this is the thing, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, at that 1 month mark, when I'm reaching out, seeing if they want something, if they say yes, then I ask them, hey, instead, I got a better idea. Instead, why don't you have a few girls over, 2-3 hours, super easy, casual, and fun, and you can get everything that you want for free and half off instead of paying for your reorder. So you'll get free and half price products of your choice. And to make it worth your while, I'll even throw in a free counter cleaner. So instead of them paying to reorder, they can book a party and get host rewards. And I know I've talked about this a few times in the past month or two, but go for the party, not just the order, okay? Because that is getting them free and half price products, great customer service, because you're doing your job. You're offering them something, okay? And I would meet new people. I'd get a bulkier PRV at a party, okay? I'm meeting new people. I'm booking more parties. You want to keep the parties rolling, okay? So that's when I reach out. If they say no, they just want to place an order, perfect. If they say no, they don't want to place any order, okay, no problem at all. I just wanted to reach out. When would you like me to follow up with you? And they'll tell me. People usually order before that, though, to be honest, okay? So that's literally how you're going to handle it. But if you notice, I have a system in place. I'm reaching out at specific times to say specific things. I don't want them to think I'm reaching out just to place an order. You don't want to reach out to somebody when you're in a pinch or you need to get active or you have a goal and say, oh, I have a huge goal this month. Who wants to help me? And then you're reaching out just for a sale. No, you want to create that continuity and that good customer service. And you want your customers to be loyal to you and refer other people to you. So letting them know that you don't just care about getting in their pocket, reaching out, not asking for things, that plays a huge part in your follow-up system, okay? Follow-up also, just so you guys know, it also obtains to following up with people that you asked to book parties. If you send a bunch of messages out go through those messages a week or two later and see who hasn't responded, or yeah, just see who hasn't responded. And then I send a lot of voice texts because people can hear my sincerity. And sometimes messages or words can get, misunderstood through text or typing. I'm just personally a fan of it. If you're not, that's okay. But I reach out and I just say, they can hear my voice, whatnot. I don't know if you had a chance to, see, I don't know if you've seen my message or not, but, I'm getting some people together for the fall that's coming out, all these awesome new scents. I know you'd love it. And I want to get you products for free and half off. Or if you haven't tried, I'd love for you to try it without spending a lot of money. And I'll also make it worth your while by throwing in a free mini warmer for the month of August. Now, when you're booking parties, it's really important. Number one, you've got to create a sense of urgency by saying, my incentive for the month of is. Because if you don't say that, they have to take advantage of it in the month that you're offering. Because if not, people leave it open-ended. Oh yeah, I will, but not right now. Well, they know if they want that free mini warmer and the host rewards, they got to book a party with me in August or whatever month, but I always offer incentives. So it's creating the sense of urgency and offering an extra incentive on top of the host rewards. Okay. So follow up with people and customers that order, follow up with people that you're asking to book parties. And we talked about host coaching. Now we're talking about sponsoring, sharing the joint conversation, sharing the opportunity, having the joint conversation. Okay. So follow up also goes hand in hand with that. People that you will plant seeds with. A lot of people don't join the first time you talk to them about joining. And I know this may seem like a very uncomfortable thing, but the more you do it, I promise you, it's literally me sharing this opportunity because I know what it has done for me and I know what it can do based on what it's done for people around me. And I think of people that have a want or a need for this business, or maybe somebody has an incredible job and they love it. I'm not always trying to help people escape from their jobs. People may love their job, and they should. This is what this life is about. Enjoy the things that you do. But there are so many reasons to join Scentsy. We have incentive trips. If somebody likes to travel, huge. If somebody just needs adult interaction, if somebody has a very high stress job, and this could be like, something to do on the side to kind of help them de-stress. If somebody, just needs a place of their own, if they're a stay-at-home mom and, are around children all day, this would be another great reason. Maybe they are struggling financially. Maybe they are getting married and this would help them save money. Maybe they just bought a house. Maybe they're looking to pick up extra jobs. You see them posting on social media about picking up waitressing jobs, or does anybody know of any jobs? I'm looking for a second job. No matter what it is, there's always different reasons to join Scentsy. And all you have to do is plant the seed. Become more relevant in their life. Like their pictures, comment under their posts so they see your name and they're familiar with it. Okay? And then I know it seems weird, but take a deep breath and reach out to those people on your Frankie list. The last letter of the acronym is extraordinary. Those are for people that you want to share the opportunity with, the dream team list. Okay? And sponsoring is probably your number one income producing activity. And I know it's usually the last thing that people do because it's the scariest to a lot of you, but it's what's going to help you grow your business the most, the quickest. You're going to see a lot more income by sharing this opportunity. Okay? So planting seeds, and sometimes I have to have the same conversation with people over and over and over again because it's a lot of the same thing. People feel like they're too busy. They don't have enough time. They don't have enough experience. They don't want to be a salesperson. They've never done anything like this. It's a lot of the same thing. They don't know enough people. But once people give me an objection, I want to find out what their objection is so I can walk them and talk them through it. Because a lot of you guys that are here don't have time, had no experience. We all have gone through the same exact thing. But this business, I work 30 minutes a day. When Catherine and Declan go to school, yes, I'll be able to work more, which is crazy and incredible, right? But, I'm sharing this opportunity, and I don't just share it when there's a join special. I don't just share it here and there because it may take some people a month, 2 months, 5 months, a year, 2 years before they join, before you've shared that initial conversation with them. It may take them years to join. So in the meantime, if you're only talking to that one person, then you may not be sponsoring anybody in the meantime, right? So it's about sharing and sharing with a lot of people. Be brave. Do hard things, you guys. I promise you, when you start doing these things, you're gonna see the reward, and you're gonna see how rewarding being brave is. How it may be uncomfortable, but you're going to get relief on the other side of that. That with being brave and being uncomfortable comes great success and huge results. Okay? But if you're not doing it because you're nervous and afraid, then you're just kind of sitting in the same spot, and you're never going to grow outside of that box because you're letting fear control you. Okay? There's nothing to be afraid about. People say no to me all the time. All the time. They say, I hear the word no more than I hear the word yes. But also, some of those people that say no, it means no, not right now. Because once I talk to them about booking parties or joining, it's planted the seed, then they start thinking about it. Maybe I could do something like this. And really, the biggest thing is when I share the join conversation, or when I share the join opportunity and have the conversation, I'm really talking them off the ledge. I'm really instilling confidence in them that you can do this. And if you guys notice, my big thing that I try to share with you guys and with other people, my customers and my audience, is that I'm no different than you guys. I'm no different. I was a procrastinator. I was a quitter. I had my hands in a million things. I gave up when it got too hard. I didn't want to do things. I was being lazy and excuses galore. So when I'm telling you guys these things, I'm not giving you tough love. I'm not being hard on you or judging you. I'm never doing that. It's coming from a loving place because I was the same way. I was the same way. I'm not judging you because I think I'm better than you. I'm not judging you because, I think that you're being lazy or ridiculous. Absolutely not. Never. And if you know me personally, you know that I'm not that at all. But I want you to see your potential. I want you to be motivated and inspired. But I'm never judging you. I'm saying these things because I've been there, because I was that person. And you and I are no different. So sharing, asking, and it goes for everything. With booking parties, with join conversations, it's not just about a few people. It's about a lot of people. Because again, when I started this video, what you do now, right? You don't get to eat the fruit the same day you plant the seed, right? You've got to harvest it and nurture it and water it and give it sun and love. Same thing with sponsoring. You've got to feed your customers, your friends, your family, whoever you're talking to about joining. You've got to feed them confidence, because most people are so doubtful about this that they could never do something like this because it's off the beaten path. It's the path less chosen. But why so many people are doing it more and more now is because it works. Is because direct sales is incredible. And I would have never chosen this, ever. It had to happen the way that it did because I would have never chosen this. But you and I are no different. So start your fall season off fresh. Get intentional. Get prepared now to kick booty come August 1st. Sorry, there's like a bug flying by. To get prepared, okay? Be intentional. Set goals. Know why you're doing this and work toward it and stay consistent. Consistency is what is going to drive your results. Your income producing activities. Just focus on that. Booking parties, front loading, having parties, follow up, host coaching, and sharing the join opportunity. That's all you have to do. Sit in your uncomfortableness, sit in your fear, lean into it, and move anyway. I promise you, you could be better than I've ever been. You could see more results than I've ever seen. You and I are no different. Start now. I do coaching calls. I will work with you one-on-one, but you have to show up to your business more than I do. I will match your effort. I can't chase anybody. Nobody should be chasing you. You have to show up for your business. You are the CEO. You are your own boss. I will match your effort and I will help you. But you have to help yourself first. And I'm giving you the tools and resources to do that. And I know it's weird and uncomfortable, but you can do it. You can be brave. Nobody's asking you to commit a crime. We're just asking you to be brave. And you will have direct results and success from being brave. All right, you guys. Happy midweek. I hope you've enjoyed this training. If you're watching the playback, #replay. So I know that you're watching. And if you have any questions, need help with verbiage, whatever it is, please reach out to me. That is what I'm here for. All right, your director is signing off. Love you, Beantown.